Welcome back. Finally. This has been a long time coming. There was a pretty big gap, not only in the time I was online, but in the recording of this as well. I'll go into that in a minute. There's a cinematic-y bit coming up. It's just, it's been all, I've mentioned it in the past. I know this is a little bit late in explanation because, I pre-recorded a fair bunch.
I don't like it. Let's go back to the beach.
I like it.
This is Aetha, the realm of treacherous mountains and even more treacherous people.
Sounds good.
And it's aligned with chaos, right?
You betcha.
Solomon and Atlas, Abaddon was trying to overturn the natural balance. But chaos was already drawing power from here.
Awesome.
Doubtless, Abaddon's plan for Aetha has simply been to tighten his evil grip.
It's just a wild stab in the dark, but I'm presuming these wraith aren't exactly going to be our bosom buddies.
We will have to be extremely careful here, Jen. But there are two castes in Aetha. Up there live the Wraith aristocracy. We must really beware of them. They are decadent and dangerous, true enemies of my lady Arella. However, the Helot, living in the village over there, are rather different. They live in squalor, oppressed by their rulers. I think they're too downtrodden to pose us any threat. At least that's how things have always been. But as we've seen, none of the realms are as they were.
Don't sweat it, Rocky. We're on a roll. So, where to?
We should make our way out of here and round to the village.
Oh, that way. No, I like this place. I mean, obviously, the rain would become a little bit tiresome after a while. Yes. Anyway. There's quite a lot to tell. And I know this, I'm not sure how many I'll have uploaded by this point, by the time I get around to this explanation, but I was offline for a while. For various reasons. I was offline for several months actually. In fact, at one point I was almost going to cancel my subscription altogether. I didn't, thankfully. That was quite amusing. I owed Virgin Media £286. A lot of money.
It was not budging.
For those who don't know, it's about $500 for context. And they were like, well, if you don't pay us, we're going to take you to debt collection and you'll have like judgments against you and you'll start accruing interest. And we could knock off 2/3 of it and you just pay us that and then everything will be hunky-dory. I was like, what a tough choice. So yeah. So I went with that idea, shockingly enough. And then I was unable to make a couple of payments because I had more financial problems, but I'm not going into details. It took a little longer than I was supposed to. So when I finally did pay it, I paid them 2 at once. So I said I'd start paying them £10 a week or £20 a fortnight, because I pay fortnightly. So I missed 2 payments, unfortunately, so I spoke to them and they were very kind and allowed me to continue with the plan. After the first one, and then after the second one, I spoke to them myself and told them, sorry, it's just a little bit late, so I'd had problems. So anyway, when I phoned them up, I thought, you know what, sod it, I'm being paid, because I had a payment that was delayed, I ended up being paid effectively 3 times in 1 week almost. So I paid them 2 weeks at once, and then when the second payment turned up, which is my disability, I was like, you know what, sod it, I paid them again. Paid them another £35, which brought the total to 75. Those who can do maths, 14, 21, 35, made 75. So I phoned them up, asked if that was enough to have my services reinstated, and they looked at it and they said, yeah, you're now up to date. I was like, so I was supposed to pay them £103 in total. And I paid them 75. This is after they'd reduced it already by 2/3 almost. So I was supposed to pay them 103. I paid them 75. And they're like, you paid up now. So in the end, they knocked off 3/4 of the total bill for me. And people wonder why I'm so loyal to Virgin. So yeah, now I'm back online. All happy and up to date, finally, for the first time in almost 2 years. not only that, but I phoned up because I have my mobile with them as well, and I phoned up to check when I could start a new contract with Dax, and it was coming up soon. February, I thought. And they said, oh, you can have it now. So I got a new phone. Huh. The Sony Xperia U. I'm still using my iPhone for regular, daily use and stuff. But I have a free Sony Xperia which has a 720 HD camera on it, which is actually pretty decent. I've used it to record a few videos. Speaking of which, Scree, will you drain that corpse, please? Oh, we can't.
No.
Fair enough. Speaking of which, I uploaded a video yesterday, I think, which will give you an idea of when I'm recording this. Or was it today? No, yesterday or today. About Sega. Shining Force series. There's a chap I know who's been doing a Let's Play of Shining Force, the first one. He's been playing it on Steam. I'll come back to that in a moment as well, actually. And he received a DMCA claim from Sega. That's the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which is a fancy name for saying it's the thing that protects the copyright holders for when they create a new IP, intellectual property, or any intellectual property, such as a video game or a film or whatever. And Sega have been filing a lot of claims against YouTube users because of Shining Force and a couple of other things, but primarily Shining Force. Mostly Shining Force 3 and Shining Force Arc or something. I think it's Arc of Truth, something like that. And he was one of the ones hit by it. Total Biscuit has also been hit by it, who's significantly larger on YouTube than both he and I combined several times over. So for those who don't know, yeah, Sega have done that, which is a really dickish move. Because, especially considering that they've issued an official statement in the past saying that, as far as things like Let's Plays are concerned, they don't care about people uploading their stuff as long as it's showing the company in a positive light, which Let's Plays most often do, because people are playing games because they enjoy them. So, yeah, but we've looked into this. There's been a game released on the PSP called Shining Arc, which is a new entry in the Shining Force series, which so far is only available in Japan. And what we're thinking is, when people went searching on YouTube, most of the stuff that came up about Shining Force was the older games, mostly Shining Force 3 and Shining Arc, which I find quite weird. I thought Shining Force 2 would be the most popular. But we think what they're doing is they make quite a lot of use of YouTube. So they want the older stuff removed so that their official newer stuff will come up more often. Which I really don't like. And nor do a lot of other people. A lot of people are now boycotting Sega because of it. Have I said Sony at any point? Oh no.
Nope. Not getting in. We're not getting in this
If I have, it was a Schreidian flip. Anyway, this isn't such a terrible thing because there is a new Shining Force game. There was one on the PlayStation 2 a few years ago, which I heard wasn't all that good. There's now another one on the PSP, which I'll be picking up at some point. It's called Shining Arc, by the way, which is probably why they've been removing the one for Shining Force Arc or whatever it is. But the thing I'm thinking about is, remember I mentioned Steam and how you can get Shining Force on Steam and Shining in the Darkness. I have both of them. There were also a bunch of Dreamcast games now released on Steam as well. Crazy Taxi, Sonic, Real Bass Fishing, some others, I can't remember. I have them, but I can't remember what they all were. I think Jet Set Radio, or whatever it's called. Radio Jet thing, whatever that one is. So here's what I'm thinking. There's a new Shining game. If it does well, considering that Sega are now putting more focus on the PC than they ever have in the past, then they're putting focus, they're actually doing stuff with the PC. What about a Shining Force game on the PC? Now that would be a good thing. Because, yeah, that would be a very good thing. At least I think it would. I'm kind of primarily PC focused. Speaking of which, I still don't have my computer back. And no, I'm still not going to tell you why it was taken in the first place. But, yeah, I was thinking about taking a break from Primal. I mean, obviously I just did for the several months that I wasn't playing and stuff. I was thinking when I came back, because by now the audio syncing issues have been clearly established. I think what's going on is that I have a Harpug DVR, digital video recorder, which is what I do the recording with. And I think what's happening is that for some reason with the PlayStation, something to do with the way it outputs, it's skipping 1 frame out of every second, because it's roughly 2 seconds behind after a minute. 2 seconds shorter recording than it is video. Audio, sorry. So I think what might be happening is it's just, for whatever reason, it's not outputting at the same frame rate. It's not recording at the same frame rate or whatever. So I've had a few ideas on how to deal with that, but all of them involve the PC, which I still don't. Now, I'm not going to tell you what they are, because I like to be all mysterious, but it involves scraps. Anyway, I have had a few other ideas on how I can address it with this, using Audacity. If I ever so slightly increase the speed of my audio recording, and then track it up, perhaps then I'll have them to approximately the correct sync, or at least closer than it is now. The other thing I do is I actually sit and I go through everything before I compile it all, and I'll trim the audio in certain places to crack it all up, and there are pauses and things. And, so don't ever say I don't do anything for you. I mean, I get like 3 or 4 views per video, so it's not like, and at least one of them is me, because I always watch my own video after I've uploaded it, just to make sure it's all worked properly and stuff. So, yeah, so don't say I never do anything for you, 3, 4, however many people it is that watch these things. I put a lot of effort into this. And I expect nothing in return. So, yeah, be aware of that fact. I have a case of the verbal diarrhea at the moment, and it's almost like I'm doing a vlog. I suppose in a way I kind of am. I'm doing a video game log. So I'm doing a vlog. Vlog? Vlog? Transmagofu? Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Stuff and things and stuff and things. Come on, grab that on the wall. Right, so, what's going on? Well, my cat is eating naan bread, I think.
Nope.
I don't know where she gets it from, but she just comes in every now and then with a bunch of stuff in her. Hello, darling. Speak of the devil, she just jumped up next to my shoulder. I don't know if you heard that. Now, oh God, she's gone back to being insane. She's running around all over the place like a lunatic, like a recidivist. She is a recidivist.
Nope. We're not getting
really?
This way.
What is that symbol on there? Anyway, oh yeah, I forgot. I've started uploading 2 videos a day. Well, I haven't actually, because what I do is I record like the entire thing, I upload it, and then I use the YouTube editor to cut it down into 10 to 15 minute chunks. But I've started publishing, or making public, 2 videos per day. It's after a conversation with a very good friend of mine. I was thinking about it because initially I was recording as I was uploading, as I was doing a little bit a day, but I started to get, it was around the time I was doing Dead Space 2 actually, because I was playing that for the first time. I started getting into the game and I wanted to continue with it. So I started recording more in one go. And I just sort of got into the habit of doing that.
We're not getting in this way.
I started to think I'm getting a pretty hefty backlog, and I don't want like 2 years worth of videos just sat around doing nothing for ages and ages and ages. So I'm going to start doing 2 a day. So I'll get through them a little bit faster. I'll be around half an hour-ish. But for the moment, until I finish this game, I'm going to do 2 Primal videos per day. After that, and then I'm going to have 2 games running at the same time, which will be recorded kind of leapfroggy intermittently-ish. Plus, it'll make things a little bit more interesting. It'll get my video count up faster because everybody knows that's the only thing that matters. It's like being on a forum. High post count makes your penis bigger. Penis! Yes, I'm being very immature today, aren't I? Well, I don't care. Just stop. I'm talking about things. Stuff. Yes. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not sure which 2 games I'm going to do next. I still haven't finished this one. I have recorded bits and pieces of some others intermittently here and there. I mentioned that I'd done some on Bioshock, which I do plan on uploading at some point. I find it. I'll go into full details in the video itself. I just find that game difficult to play.
It's not going to budge.
It just doesn't grab me the way it seems to grab everybody else. So, meh. So, I can't really finish that one in a rush, but that'll be uploaded eventually. Whole bunch of others. I want the PC back. If I had my PC back, I'd be doing it so much better. There are so many more games available. So for the moment, I'm trying to keep it to games that are only available on consoles. So, if a game's available on the PC, I want to do it on the PC. It's a lot less fannying around, but just stick fraps on and then go play the game. Plus, technical problems are a lot easier for me to address. I'm far more familiar with dealing with games, plus they work better, which isn't that big of a deal, but I do think about quality. Quality is important. Plus, I just feel more comfortable playing on the PC. I know it's weird, most people prefer to sit in their chair and play with their controller. I like the mouse and keyboard. I have a hell of a lot of ideas for games to do now because I have many. I was thinking of doing the Shining series actually. The Shining in the Darkness, Shining Force and Shining Force 2. But the way Sony, I said Sony, there we go, Freudian flip. With the way Sega have been about it recently, I'm not sure if I will. I don't want to, lose everything I've uploaded. I don't want to come to blows with Sega because, well, I've been a loyal fan of Sega for many years. And I mean many years. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I just checked my recording. It seems to be... It actually seems to be recording correctly this time. So, maybe this synchronization won't be an issue after all. That'd be ironic, wouldn't it? That's me going into great lengths explaining how it's been a major problem for me, and then it seems to have repaired itself. I suppose it's possible. I've heard that there are some things I can do if I have later versions of iTV. That's EYE, by the way, not I like iPhone or iPad. But I'm running on 10.4, I think. No, I've actually forgotten. I keep thinking, no, it must be 10.4 because I had a problem playing a game on. It said it needed 10.5 earlier. Which one's 10.4? Is it Tiger? Yeah, Tiger, isn't it? I have Tiger. Because it's an old Mac and I can't afford to go and get the new one. And having now used the Mac OS X, I consider it well worth paying for. It's not like Windows where I just go... Incidentally, I won't be getting Windows 8 because it has DX 11.1. Ooh, rapture. So will Windows 7. Plus, DX 11 isn't really the big deal that they made it out to be. It could be if people started using it, but they're not. Still, it was definitely a bigger jump than DX.
It is not budging.
DX 10 was basically DX 9 Lite. Oh, I just received a text message. Huh. One time I'll leave my phone behind. It's in the other room, but yeah, whoever it is, whatever it is, it can wait. I have more important things to do. I'm playing Primal, and I'm being stalked by a cat. She's like, I am a recidivist. I really do have a case of the verbal diarrhea here today, don't I? Ooh, up a village. There are a lot of these things around. Is this because the locals aren't doing much? So we get these things instead. They look kind of like some kind of Jawa dog. I mean, seriously, look, those things, their faces make them look like they have hoods, like Jawas. or like death, or like something out of Dead Space. I've been seeing stuff for Dead Space 3, little bits and pieces. I tend to try and avoid like trailers and stuff as much as possible. So I don't like to go and track down every piece of minutiae I can possibly find, because I find it ruins the experience. I've seen a few bits and pieces, and it looks alright. I still, in a lot of ways, think the first one was the best. I did like Dead Space 2, and I think there were a lot of things about it that were better than the first game. And the fact that Isaac spoke for a start. But I actually think, overall, the first game was better. It was more solid, it was certainly better atmospherically speaking. Oh! God! That was annoying. Just wasted one of my health thingy bobs completely unnecessarily, which is ironic because I was looking at one of the videos where I lost one of my little thingy bobs whilst playing in the fishy area. Whoa, there's another one. A lot of these things around, aren't there? Very hippie place. I seem to be missing a lot of it because of that. I'm kicking over its head and stuff. There we go, there. You're mine now! You're my bird. You can be killed to death by me. I will beat you until you die. There we go, gotcha. No, that wasn't quite the one I was going for. That's the one. Oh! Piffle! Didn't damage it, didn't kill it fast enough because I knocked it down by accident. There we go. Right, come on, Streeticus, where you at? There we go. Come here. Om nom nom, om nom nom, om nom 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 nom. And whilst he's going and draining these other ones over here, I'm just going to quickly check the sound. I think one of the speakers just went a bit wibble again. There's another one up here, wasn't there? Oh, there we go. No, the speaker's fine. Oh. I just heard what sounded like a pop. It's, I have a home cinema kit, and each speaker is wired in individually with these little plug things that the wires can come out of. So, and the cats have a thing about laying on the back of my DVD player, which is where it's all plugged in through. So, yeah. Sometimes they knock the cable loose. No, seems to be fine. It could also be the way I'm sitting. I tend to sit a bit left-sided. Not lopsided, left-sided. I tend to sit more to the left, so everything on the left does tend to sound a little bit louder for me.
We'll have to look for another way. It's not going to budge. We'll have to look for another way in.
I know you care so very, very much about the ins and outs of my daily life. This is why I tell you about this in my vlog. My video game log. Yes, I am doing a vlog. A vlog. A vlog. Just think what this would look like upscaled a wee bit and properly, you know. Look back at some of the games that have come previously and we think that, you know, we talk about the vast leap between console generations, but seriously, the one between this generation and the current one, this as in the one you're watching, and the current generation, the jump is not nearly as pronounced as people have made it out to be. I mean, look at this. This is a damn nice looking game. Yeah, they run smoother for the most part. Some of them have higher frame rates now, higher resolution certainly, but the actual quality stuff. This is a really good looking game.
We'll have to look for another way in.
Plus, it helps that it has a very good art direction. I mean, even this, it's a very grey, drab environment, but it's done that way intentionally. It doesn't seem dull like you get in a lot of games. Everything is carefully designed this way. And of course, you have Solon, which is very icy and stuff, and we had Quillis, which was watery, and then the next one we get is very hot, the deserty area, basically. What we need you. Plus then there's the Nexus and stuff. There's another environment all of its type. Do one. Go away. Stop beating me to death. At least these guys are actually challenged, unlike the little dog creatures that were in the thing. I mean, these actually need a watching review. Finishing move. Unlike the ones that were in Solus and Phyllis. Oh, I haven't killed it. Come here, Scree. No, he's already starting to drain stuff. In that case, I'll change that. Yeah, I do tend to spend most of my time in this farm. I've mentioned it before because, well, she moves fast now. Which is quite useful. Pardon me. I didn't drain his health. I didn't drain any noms from him, did I? Come here. No, wait. No, finish. There we go. Come here. Speaking of om-noms, my cat's just come in with something else from outside. Remember I said she was eating pita bread? Oh, I didn't finish that, did I? Nan bread. Sorry, I think she was eating some nan bread. She's now brought something else in. She keeps doing this. She goes outside and then she comes back in with something in her mush. I'm not 100% sure where she gets it from. I think maybe some of it is from the takeaway next door, and there's a butty shop a few doors down. Maybe she gets it out of their bins. I don't know why. She doesn't need it. I feed her all the time. She's very well fed. And now we have a cinematic.
Those dinky little legs finally giving up on you, Scree? I mean, that's a lot of granite to be hauling.
I shall rise above the personal insults and...
Nice to have something you do rise above, Rocky, my boy.
And simply caution you to slow down. I don't like the sound of this place.
Okay. Sorry.
I hear the rain.
I don't hear anything.
Exactly. This village, this square should be bustling right now. Aetha's a tough world to live in. The Wraith peasantry usually pack this place, scraping some way to survive. It's a conspiracy. Why is it deserted?
It's not.
It's a conspiracy.
When you're sounding scared, I know this is bad. Why can't we just once stumble upon a fairground or birthday party? Just
Dun,
once.
dun, dun.
Now, Jen, someone's coming.
Uh-oh. We got company.
Keep well hidden, Jen. This isn't going to be pleasant.
Circus, ice rink, picnic in the park.
That is a nice sword. Ridiculous hairdo.
But my dearest beauty,
Left-handed.
can't you simply smell their presence? Cowering, pathetic, filthy.
Waiting a glimpse of their masters.
Now that
Awaiting a glimpse of
that
their
is style.
masters. To drool as we take up their sacrifice. The vermin.
My lord, I have such pleasures awaiting you when we are clear of this nauseous place.
The pleasure will be
Yeah.
yours, Ampusa, my dear.
Not an image, Aaron. Yeah.
So, let us to the business at hand.
Thanks for putting that in my head. Why are they speaking English?
Ungrateful, ignorant race of rats! You think that
Very effete,
is
isn't it?
worthy of us?
Energize a worm. With blood. Energize a worm.
We demand one And to make it simple for your peasant skulls, 1 is the number that comes before 2. 1 meager sacrifice from this village. But as you know, a strong, worthy offering, a young, powerful man, or an athletic woman full of vigor.
Well, perhaps you should.
And what do we get?
Perhaps you should feed them
The
better.
runt of your pathetic litter! Now, before this infested pit causes my divine Aetha to vomit, we shall leave you to select your village's true sacrifice. Captain Valira will return shortly to collect the replacement. And never make this mistake again.
My lord, come and see the look of sheer relief on this weary old man's face. Now that he has been
They're like the ultimate goths, aren't they?
What a joy!
So thankful and pathetic. It's his lucky day. Are you sure, my love, that you don't want me to pluck out an eyebrow
Very long fingers.
at all for our little Elizabeth?
No, my beloved. Leave him his eyebrow.
And what is that in her hair?
Just cut his throat.
And speaking of goth, no points for guessing which colour energy this one is.
Scree. That was awful.
Sorry you had to see that, my child. Aetha always was a perilous place. Now it's chaos at its worst.
You know that pair?
Count and Countess Raum and Melissa. The Wraith aristocracy have always
Ultimate
been
goth.
evil, living in decadence while the Helots starve. But this is all new. Blood sacrifices.
You see the way he moved?
Time
Speciality.
shifting, Wraith specialty.
Along with good looks and charm. I can't watch and let them get away with that.
First, we
Hey,
need to
whoa.
know exactly what
That
is
is a
going
nice coat. Right, actually, I've been watching
There's someone who
the
might...
Jeremy Brett Sherlock Holmes recently.
Shall we follow him?
This is the new one on the BBC, the updated one. No, modern day. I haven't actually watched yet. But in the late 80s and early 90s, they did some slightly updated. I believe they were set like 50 years after. Yeah, that's where I came from. 50 years after the original novels, which I really must read. Still haven't read them. But yeah, starred Jeremy Brett, and I think because the BBC have been doing their version recently, ITV have been showing their ones, the old ones, like we did it first, sort of thing. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because the coat that Jeremy Brett wears as Sherlock Holmes is very similar to the one on that Wraith we just saw run off. By the way, speaking of Wraith, Meredith is a girl's name. I will give cookies, and I mean seriously, I will bake them myself. I will even record a video of myself doing so if you so wish. Homemade cookies. I will send them to you through the post if you give me your address to whoever correctly identifies that quote first. Yeah, anyway, that's the sort of, who has a coat very similar to that, or a black one. I was talking to a friend recently who's a big fan of the new Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock, as the name's called, with Benedict Cumberbatch. So I finally talked her into watching the Jeremy Brett version, and as she commented herself, the clothing they wear in that. I mean, Watson wears check, and he's still an absolute boss. He's very, very sharp. From a time when men really knew how to dress, and it wasn't swag, it was style, genuine style. You could do with a lot more of that, to be honest. Okay, maybe the styles are somewhat archaic, so that's not that kind of style, but certainly akin to that. You need, people need to learn how to dress properly, not go with swag and how to look presentable, how to be, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. They just, think that people these another one gone. I just think people these days just don't get it the way they used to. They don't care for their appearance. Our standards are so radically different from what they used to be, and not in a good way. Yeah, that's my 10 cents worth. Very on. And I'll socio-political again. I suppose this is the right sort of game for it. There's a lot of social commentary and deeper symbolism and such. And there's a lift gate there. What's down there? Oh, not more of them. I'm not happy with these things. They've made me use 2 of my thingy-me-bobs. Well, at least I'm actually using them for a change. I'm just sat there doing now. Usually in games, I find that I have an overabundance. I mean, I still have 6 left, so I'm not exactly missing them, am I? But still, it's frustrating that the way I've lost them. I can't remember how to block. Do I even have a block? I'm sure there's a block. There we go. Yeah. Oh, there goes another one. Bollocks! Pardon my French, but this is bollocks. Come here, you. Come here. What the hell? Die! I'm not through killing you yet. I'm not doing a finishing move. I'm going to beat the shit out of you a bit first. Pardon my French. Now that was annoying. That was seriously annoying. Come here, you. Come here. Bloody thing. What the hell was that? And relax. Seriously, 2 of them. Almost 3. Calm down, Chewie. Calm down. You're dead now. Come here. There's one as well. What the hell is going on? What the hell was with that thing? I couldn't hit it. It wasn't even letting me move. It just murdered me. It was teaching me a lesson. Don't get cocky. Great kid, don't get cocky. Yeah, anyway. No, don't want to go anywhere. Come on. Let's go chase after this dude up here. And that's the way I was supposed to be going. I just went this way because I always turn left philosophy. Oh, because I have magnificent horsepowers. Maybe I am supposed to go that way, I'm not sure. Going on, okay. What's that? Am I still managing to, be slumped over like that? Slumpity, slumpity. Slump, slump, slump. Slumpity, slump, 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 slump. No, I can't go that way. What's with the dramatic music all of a sudden? Pardon me, I need a cup of tea. I always need tea though. I mean, how many times have you heard me making tea whilst I've been recording these things now? Quite a few, I'm sure. Ooh. Break. Can't go through there for some reason. Let's see. Is there anything over here? Ah! I thought his head was on fire then. I thought it was the Ghost Rider. Yeah. Oh, not more things. Oh, piffle glinks. Okay. Maybe I should learn to block more. Like that. She didn't follow up with the second attack for some reason. Oi! Thank you. Yeah, I should start blocking a bit more often. I have a habit of not doing that when I really should. Come on. Back away, man. Oh! I still take damage when I'm defending, I think. Not a massive amount, but I do still take damage. Oh. Oh, he recovered again. Hey! Still not dead. Thank you. Blooming heck. That was a thing. Anyway, I was going to say that whilst I was watching that little cinematic, I was going to put the kettle on, but obviously didn't last long enough, so I couldn't. Oops. I keep getting the timing really badly wrong on it, don't I? At least I know there's a rift gate nearby, so... The great thing is, if I avoid his attacks for long enough, my health refills on its own! Although it's not health, it's my spiritual energy, or whatever you want to call it. Oh god, what have you brought in this time? She brought in something else! She hasn't eaten the last thing she brought in yet, and now she's brought in something else! I think it's a piece of pork chop. Seriously, cat, what is with you? She has food, so it's not like she's going hungry. She's just like, yeah, I'm gonna bring you more food, man. I'm like, you are a recidicant. And she's just looking at me like, yeah, whatever. She really is weird, this one. She comes up to me and starts rubbing her face against my head. Or her head against my face. Oh, Scree, get it, you... Thank you. Which is all cute and everything, but the problem is, after doing that for a little while, she's all really happy and bouncy. Then she turns around and starts rubbing her bottom against my face, which isn't quite so pleasant. And she's up on the couch next to my head at the moment, so I'm concerned that she might start doing it. Well, thankfully, she seems to be more interested in lifting herself. She's staring at me like, I'm going to eat your face. And I'm like, no! And she's like, oh, nom, nom. Licking her lips and everything. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where I come out with this stuff from. I don't know where it comes from. I just know that I do. It's just reason and stuff. I want a cup of tea, and I'm hungry as well. So, I don't know how much longer I'm going to record in this one, because my tummy's really starting to complain. I mean, it's only 3:20. I've been exercising a lot lately, though. And I've noticed my appetite, which has always been quite significant, has gone insane recently. It used to be a case of that I could just eat and eat. Now I actually feel hungry most of the time, so it's not just a case of being able to, it's actually my tummy saying, you need food. Oh, there we go. That was a very... Yeah. That was... Yeah. Oh! Move! Thank you! Oh, God, that was... Yeah, hilarity ensues. Oh. I'm hungry. It's because I haven't eaten yet. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Oh, comedy timing for the win. Oh, right, what's up here? Oh, one of our thingy bobs. This was done today, you'd get achievements for them. Trophies or whatever. Hello, what's that? Interesting. Is that a centaur? What the hell is that? They're riding on some giant frog. Ribbit. I wonder if I can drop down. No, apparently not. Yeah, I can climb down. What the hell is he? Why didn't you follow me up, you dozy moo? You're quite capable of climbing ladders. I've seen you do it several times. Right. What are you doing, Mug? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? She's like, I'm a cat and I'm not going to eat your face. Oh no, she's coming over to attack me now. She's trying to beat my face. Yes, you little Mug. You are a little cat. Do you think this is where the guy lives? As it seems like it's leading me back inside a building, so I think I'm about to catch up to him. And get my next, the next transformation. Which, yes, if you haven't guessed it, it has purple energies. The proper gothic. They are the goths. Very gothic. Very hedonistic.
What was that?
That whole hedonistic thing actually comes into play later as a plot point. But I'll let that come up as it comes up. And I'm going to go back to Jen for a little while. Oh, there's one of those thingy bobs. Or not. That is a big barrel. I wonder if I can break that one. There's a beer inside it. Beer! I like that word. I'm not a big fan of beer and alcohol in general, but I do like the word beer. It just has a great sound to it. It's just one of those words. Beer. Yes? No? Maybe? What do you think? I like it anyway. It's a very big door.
It's not gonna budge.
Oh.
We'll have to look for another way.
Then
It's not gonna budge.
where do I go?
We'll have to look for another way in.
Said there was somebody hiding down here, but where? I say. I don't see anywhere else that I can go. We're coming down those stairs. Perhaps I'm going to have to go back to where that rift gate was. Where's it telling me to go? Oh, no, wrong button. Oh, well. It's telling me to look around here. Focus out. Focus out. Focus. Teach me to focus.
What now then?
There is definitely someone down
Yeah, but where?
Let's look around.
What now then?
There is definitely someone down here. Let's look
Gotcha.
around, see what we can find.
I don't see anybody. And there aren't really that many places to hide in a room like this. Nope. I said that door can't be opened. Spree, climb up there perhaps? No, doesn't seem to be anything up there. Up there maybe? Oh. Keep forgetting you can't turn the camera to look up whilst you're moving. That's why it keeps doing that. Still three things. Me trying to look up. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Heard a voice telling me to leave, and then nothing. Nobody here. But he's saying,
Hey, Scream. What do you think we should be doing now?
There is definitely someone
Hey,
down
Scree.
yes, but where?
What do you think we should be doing now?
There is definitely someone down here.
But
Let's look
where?
around, see
That
what we can
is the
find.
question. Do 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 do. Why did that music just come into my head? climb up that? Nope. I'm going to try and... Can he go up that wall? No, he can't go up the wall either. No. And this door's locked. Correct?
This way appears to be barred.
Yeah. So, where am I going then?
This way appears to be barred.
I actually really don't remember this. At all. No, I really don't. Huh. There's nobody there. Definitely nobody here. If there is anybody there, then they really are the master of hiding. Because, you know, I can't see them. Anywhere. Can you climb that? Nope, can't climb these walls. Nothing he can possess. Nothing you can pick up. That floor there. Maybe we both stand on this part of the floor. Yeah, this looks like it can be moved, actually, thinking about it. Right, it's starting to glow. Why is it starting to glow? Doing the glowy thing. Right, I think it's telling me that I haven't got in there. Which means screen needs to pick things up. Carry them over to break that hole in the floor. I honestly don't remember this. But I mean, I've done that breaking the floor with weights before. It's just there don't seem to be any weights here. So yeah, there's like scoring marks on the floor there.